Many people slowly come to believe that blurry vision is simply part of growing older. It begins quietly. Eyes feel dry when the day starts. Words on a menu across the table lose their sharp edges. Night driving becomes uncomfortable as headlights spread into bright halos that make the road harder to see. With time, these small moments begin to stack up, and most people assume nothing can really be done about it. Age gets the blame, and the problem is pushed aside. Yet the story behind changing vision is often much deeper than that. As the body ages, the eyes become far more delicate than most people realize. According to the American Optometric Association, once someone crosses the age of 60, the risk of several eye conditions rises sharply. Dry eyes become more common. Cataracts start forming slowly. The center of the retina may weaken through conditions like macular degeneration. In some cases, people even notice sudden blurriness in one eye without understanding why it appeared so quickly. These changes do not happen overnight. They develop quietly, over time, often without clear warning signs. The concern has grown so much that the National Eye Institute has reported that vision loss is increasing at a pace rarely seen before. Millions of older adults are experiencing gradual declines in sight, sometimes without realizing what is happening, until the problem becomes difficult to ignore. What surprises many people is when a large part of this damage actually takes place. The eyes work hard throughout the day, but the real repair process begins at night. During sleep, the retina, the thin layer of light-sensitive tissue at the back of the eye, depends on a steady flow of oxygen and nutrients to restore itself. When that supply weakens, the cells responsible for capturing light begin to struggle. These tiny photoreceptor cells are what allow the brain to turn light into clear images. Over time, when they fail to receive proper nourishment, they slowly lose strength. Vision fades little by little, often so gradually that most people only notice once the clarity they once had is already slipping away. Because this process happens quietly, many people begin searching for quick fixes once the blurriness becomes obvious. Eye drops promise relief. Stronger glasses sharpen things temporarily. Some even turn to surgery hoping it will restore what feels lost. Yet these approaches mostly deal with what appears on the surface. The deeper problem continues beneath it. The vision care industry continues to grow rapidly as millions look for solutions that keep their eyesight stable. Researchers have spent years studying why age-related vision decline begins in the first place. A study published in JAMA Ophthalmology in 2023 pointed toward a clearer explanation. The earliest damage often begins deep within the retina, long before symptoms appear. Inside the eye, a combination of oxidative stress and persistent low-level inflammation slowly weakens the tissue responsible for vision. These internal changes become especially active during the night, the exact time when the eyes should be repairing and restoring themselves for the next day. Understanding this connection has opened the door to a different way of thinking about eye health. Instead of focusing only on treating symptoms after they appear, researchers began asking how the eye could be supported while it performs its natural repair work. That search led scientists towards something surprisingly simple. Certain fruits, commonly found in everyday diets, contain compounds that nourish the retina in powerful ways. These natural nutrients help improve circulation to the back of the eye, protect delicate cells from stress, and support the regeneration of photoreceptors while the body sleeps. Seen this way, clearer vision may not depend only on prescriptions or procedures. The body already performs much of its repair work during sleep, and the right nutrients can support that natural process. Some of those nutrients come from foods that are already sitting in many kitchens. One fruit in particular has drawn strong attention in research because it carries natural compounds linked to slowing the process that leads to cloudy lenses and early cataracts. This is why nutrition researchers have been taking a closer look at certain fruits that appear to support the eye's nighttime recovery. When the body rests, circulation to the retina improves, cells begin repairing daily damage, and the delicate tissues responsible for vision rebuild themselves. The nutrients present in some fruits can quietly support that repair cycle. Several studies now point toward a small group of fruits that may help strengthen the retina, support circulation to the back of the eye, and protect light-sensitive cells from long-term stress. With that in mind, the list begins with fruit number 7. That fruit is kiwi. At first glance, kiwi hardly stands out. It's small, brown, and slightly fuzzy. often overlooked among more colorful fruits in the grocery store. Yet inside that simple fruit is a powerful mix of nutrients that researchers frequently connect with eye protection. To understand why it matters, it helps to return to the retina. This thin layer of tissue lining the back of the eye captures incoming light and converts it into signals the brain can understand. As the years pass, that tissue becomes more sensitive to oxidative stress. Gradually, the cells begin to weaken and vision starts losing the sharp clarity it once had. The signs usually appear in ordinary moments. Road signs look softer than they used to. Headlights at night spread into bright halos. Morning vision may take longer to clear after waking. These changes often trace back to stress inside the retinal cells themselves. Kiwi contains two nutrients that eye researchers continue to highlight: lutein and zeaxanthin. These compounds settle directly inside the retina, where they act as natural internal filters. They absorb harsh blue light and provide antioxidant protection while the eye goes through its nightly repair process. The fruit also carries a rich combination of antioxidants, along with small amounts of serotonin. Serotonin plays a role in supporting deeper sleep, and deeper sleep gives the body more time to repair delicate tissues, including the retina. Research exploring this connection has produced encouraging results. A study published in the Journal of Nutrition, Health, and Aging found that older adults who regularly consumed 2 golden kiwis each day showed measurable improvements in visual sharpness, along with fewer reports of morning dryness and redness in the eyes. Using kiwi this way is simple. Eating 2 golden kiwis about an hour before bedtime gives the body time to absorb those nutrients before the overnight repair cycle begins. Golden kiwis contain slightly higher levels of lutein and tend to be gentler on the stomach late in the evening, which can help support restful sleep. There is also a small detail that often gets overlooked. Just beneath the thin skin lies a narrow layer of flesh rich in caffeic acid, a powerful antioxidant. Scooping the fruit gently with a spoon while leaving that inner layer intact helps preserve more of those protective compounds. A fruit that many people walk past without a second thought can quietly support the eyes during the hours when the body performs its deepest repair work. And kiwi is only the beginning of the list. The next fruit on the list focuses on something just as important for clear vision, hydration, and steady blood flow. Number 6 is watermelons. Most people already enjoy it, especially during warmer months. Yet few realize how helpful it can be for aging eyes. One common complaint many adults notice as the years pass is blurry vision after waking up. The eyes open, but everything still looks slightly hazy. Sometimes that foggy feeling lingers long enough to become frustrating. This often connects to changes inside the eye itself. With age, the eyes tend to dry out more quickly. Circulation to the retina also slows gradually over time. When blood flow weakens, the cells responsible for vision receive less oxygen and fewer nutrients. Overnight repair becomes less efficient, and the result often shows up as that stubborn morning blur. Watermelon helps address part of that problem in a simple way. The fruit is made up of more than 90% water, which helps maintain overall hydration. Healthy fluid balance supports tear production and keeps the delicate surface of the eye comfortable. Beyond hydration, watermelon also carries something far more interesting for eye health. It is one of the richest natural sources of lycopene, a powerful carotenoid antioxidant. Lycopene has been linked in several observational studies to reduced oxidative stress inside retinal tissue. Researchers continue exploring its potential role in protecting the eye from conditions associated with aging, including cataract and age-related macular degeneration. Regular watermelon consumption has also been associated with higher levels of lutein and zeaxanthin circulating in the body. These nutrients, already known for supporting retinal protection, appear again here as part of the broader network that keeps light-sensitive cells functioning well. Another benefit lies in circulation. Certain compounds in watermelon encourage the body to produce nitric oxide, a molecule that helps blood vessels relax and widen. Improved circulation allows more oxygen and nutrients to reach the retina during sleep, giving the eye the support it needs during its nightly repair cycle. Using watermelon this way is simple. About 1 to 2 cups of chilled seedless watermelon roughly half an hour before bedtime can provide hydration and nutrients without feeling heavy. Many nutrition experts also recommend leaving out the salt, since excess sodium may raise pressure inside the eye over time. There is another small detail that often goes unnoticed. The pale white section just beneath the green rind contains citrulline, an amino acid that supports healthy blood vessel function. Some people blend that portion into smoothies or use it in pickled dishes, allowing more of the fruit's natural compounds to remain in the diet. Number 5 is blackcurrant. These berries are small and deep purple, often overlooked in everyday shopping. Yet inside those tiny fruits is an unusually high concentration of pigments that researchers have studied closely for their effects on eye health. Blackcurrants appear especially helpful in addressing a specific issue inside the eye: chronic microinflammation in retinal tissue and reduced blood flow around the optic nerve. Over time, that quiet inflammation can blur vision, create halos around headlights at night, and make it harder for the eyes to adjust when moving from bright environments into darker ones. These changes are not simply corrected by stronger glasses. The underlying issue often lies in circulation and cellular stress. Blackcurrants contain extraordinary levels of anthocyanins, the pigments responsible for their deep purple color. Inside the eye, these compounds perform several supportive roles at once. They help calm inflammatory activity, encourage healthy blood vessel dilation, and assist in restoring rhodopsin, the visual pigment that allows the eye to adapt when lighting conditions shift from bright to dark. Clinical research has explored this connection as well. A controlled study involving patients with glaucoma found that participants who consumed anthocyanins derived from blackcurrants over a 2-year period showed improved circulation around the optic nerve and retinal regions. The group receiving the anthocyanins also experienced a slower progression of visual field loss compared with those receiving a placebo. Researchers have looked beyond general eye health and explored how these berries affect circulation inside the retina itself. In one pilot study involving patients with normal tension glaucoma, anthocyanins from blackcurrants were shown to increase blood flow through the retina while leaving eye pressure unchanged. The same study also observed healthier levels of endothelin, a compound that controls how tightly blood vessels constrict. Those changes suggest something important. The benefits appear to extend beyond basic nutrition and move toward genuine protection for delicate nerve tissue in the eye. In other words, the compounds in blackcurrants may help support the retina and optic nerve long before a serious eye condition ever develops. Researchers have also studied how these pigments affect dark adaptation. This is the eye's ability to adjust when moving from bright environments into dim ones. For many older adults, that transition becomes slow and uncomfortable. Walking from a bright hallway into a darker room may require a moment for the eyes to adjust. Night driving can feel even more challenging as headlights scatter across the road. Anthocyanins from blackcurrants appear to support this adjustment process by helping restore rhodopsin, the pigment that allows the retina to respond to changing light conditions. Stronger rhodopsin activity allows the eyes to adapt faster and function more comfortably in low light. Using blackcurrants in everyday life takes a little planning. Fresh berries are not always easy to find in regular grocery stores. Many people choose a standardized extract that provides around 50 milligrams of blackcurrant anthocyanins in the evening. Pairing that supplement with a small amount of healthy fat, such as a few walnuts or a source of vitamin C like a slice of orange, can help the body absorb the compounds more effectively. Nutrients often work best when they support one another. From these deep purple berries, the list now moves to a fruit that almost everyone recognizes. Number 4 is blueberries. They appear in breakfast bowls, smoothies, and desserts all over the world. Yet the way most people eat them often reduces the very benefits that make them valuable for eye health. Blueberries help address a different issue inside the retina: oxidative stress in the photoreceptors. These cells sit at the heart of vision. They allow the eye to detect fine detail, focus on text, and adapt when lighting conditions shift. Years of sunlight exposure slowly wear down these cells. Over time, the body's natural defenses grow thinner. Words on a page become harder to read. Dim lighting feels uncomfortable. Vision may still seem slightly blurred, even while wearing glasses. One compound inside blueberries has drawn particular interest from scientists. It is called pterostilbene, a natural antioxidant closely related to resveratrol. What makes it especially interesting is its ability to cross the blood-retina barrier and reach the light-sensitive tissue directly. Many antioxidants circulate through the body but never reach this delicate area. Research published in the Nutritional Neuroscience explored this effect in older adults. Participants who consumed wild blueberries each day for 12 weeks experienced noticeable improvements in visual clarity. Many also reported less eye strain while using digital screens in low-light settings. Even with these benefits, one detail matters greatly: Not all blueberries contain the same concentration of protective compounds. The large cultivated varieties commonly found in produce aisles tend to have lower antioxidant density. Wild blueberries, the smaller, darker berries, often sold frozen, contain nearly twice the level of active pigments. Frozen berries work just as well as fresh ones because the nutrients remain stable during freezing. A small serving, about 1/3 of a cup of wild blueberries, roughly 45 minutes before bedtime, can provide those compounds while the body prepares for sleep. There is also one small mistake that many people make without realizing it. Blueberries are often mixed with yogurt or milk. Proteins in dairy can bind to anthocyanins and limit how well the body absorbs them. Allowing the berries to thaw slightly and enjoying them on their own helps preserve more of their nutritional value. When the berries are lightly frozen and then thawed, the structure of the fruit begins to soften. The cell walls break down, allowing the antioxidants inside to become easier for the body to absorb. That small change means more of those protective compounds can reach the eyes while the body moves into its overnight repair cycle. With the photoreceptors supported, the list moves to a fruit that works on a different part of the equation: oxygen delivery to the retina. Number 3 is dragon fruit. It is hard to miss on a store shelf. Bright pink skin, dramatic flesh inside, and a look that almost seems too vibrant to be real. Yet beyond its striking appearance, this fruit carries compounds that researchers believe may support circulation to the eye during sleep. Many people experience a strange feeling when they wake up in the morning. The body feels rested, yet the eyes still seem heavy and tired. Vision may feel slightly dull, and colors do not appear as vivid as they once did. That sensation often connects to a simple issue: the retina did not receive enough oxygen during the night. This condition is known as retinal hypoxia. The retina relies on a steady flow of oxygen to keep its light-sensitive cells functioning properly. When that supply becomes limited, the tissue struggles to recover from the stress it experienced throughout the day. Over time, the effects begin to appear in small ways: reduced clarity, fading color contrast, and slower visual response in the outer field of vision. Dragon fruit appears to help address this problem through a group of compounds known as betalains. These antioxidants encourage the production of nitric oxide in the bloodstream. Nitric oxide helps relax and widen blood vessels, including the tiny capillaries that supply the retina. When those vessels expand, oxygen and nutrients can reach the eye more easily during deep sleep. Researchers studying this connection have reported encouraging results. A study published in the Frontiers in Aging Biology observed improvements in ocular circulation and visual contrast in participants who consumed red dragon fruit extract over several weeks. Participants also reported clearer vision in dim environments and less morning blur. The variety of dragon fruit makes a difference here. The deep, red flesh type contains the highest levels of betalains. The white-fleshed varieties look similar but carry far fewer of the compounds associated with improved circulation. A simple serving works well. About half of a red dragon fruit, roughly an hour before bedtime, provides the nutrients without feeling heavy. There is also a small detail that makes a surprising difference. The tiny black seeds scattered throughout the fruit contain omega-3 fatty acids and magnesium, nutrients linked to nerve and retinal health. Chewing the seeds allows the body to absorb those nutrients more effectively. With circulation and oxygen delivery addressed, the list moves to a fruit that has been associated with eye health for centuries. Number 2 is goji berries. These small red berries have been used in traditional Chinese medicine for thousands of years, often recommended specifically for supporting vision. Modern research has started examining those traditional claims more closely, and the results have drawn increasing attention from scientists. The focus centers on the macula, a small but critical area located at the center of the retina. This region allows the eye to see fine details. Reading, recognizing faces, and seeing colors clearly all depend on the health of this tiny structure. As the body ages, oxidative stress and changes in circulation slowly weaken the macula. The tissue becomes thinner, and visual sharpness gradually fades. That process sits at the center of a well-known condition called age-related macular degeneration, which remains one of the leading causes of central vision loss in older adults. Goji berries contain a concentrated group of carotenoids, particularly zeaxanthin, which naturally accumulates inside the macula. By strengthening this area of the retina, these compounds help support the clarity and stability of central vision. These small red berries contain one of the highest natural concentrations of zeaxanthin found in food. While lutein helps protect the outer layers of the retina, Zeaxanthin gathers directly in the macula, the small central zone responsible for the sharpest and most detailed vision. That concentration gives the macula a protective shield against oxidative stress and long-term light exposure. In simple terms, the nutrients in goji berries settle exactly where the eye needs them most. Research has started to explore this effect in older adults. A study published in the Nutrients followed participants between the ages of 60 and 80 who consumed dried goji berries several times each week for 3 months. During that period, researchers measured a clear rise in macular pigment optical density, an indicator linked to stronger protection of the macula itself. The participants maintained stable macular health throughout the study, an outcome that has drawn growing attention from scientists studying vision aging. Using goji berries in daily life is simple. 2 tablespoons of dried berries can be soaked in warm water for about 10 minutes to soften their texture. Once hydrated, they become easier to digest and gentler on the stomach, which can be helpful as the digestive system slows with age. Eating them about half an hour before bedtime allows the body to absorb their nutrients as the overnight repair cycle begins. A small pairing can also enhance their effect. A piece of dark chocolate containing at least 85% cocoa supplies flavonoids that help the body absorb carotenoids such as zeaxanthin more efficiently. Together, the compounds create a nutritional combination that directly supports the macula. With the macula protected, the final fruit on the list addresses another process that quietly affects vision over time. Number 1 is papaya. It sits in many kitchens, often overlooked because it feels ordinary. Yet inside this bright orange fruit lies a combination of compounds that targets one of the most damaging processes behind cloudy lenses and gradual vision decline. That process is known as glycation. Inside the body, excess glucose can attach to proteins and form compounds called advanced glycation end products. These molecules slowly accumulate in tissues, including the delicate structures of the eye. Over time, they contribute to lens clouding and damage within the retina, both of which can lead to reduced visual clarity. Papaya contains a natural enzyme called papain, which helps break down proteins and supports the body's ability to manage inflammatory stress. Alongside this enzyme, the fruit delivers a powerful blend of vitamins A, C, and E, along with folate. These nutrients help maintain a stable tear film, protect retinal tissue, and support the eye's antioxidant defenses. Recent research has begun examining how this combination affects aging eyes. A study published in the Clinical Gerontology followed older adults who regularly consumed papaya in the evening. Within several weeks, participants showed lower markers associated with glycation, along with stronger tear production and clearer contrast vision. For people dealing with dry eyes, morning blur, or early signs of lens clouding, these changes can make a noticeable difference in daily comfort. Using papaya effectively requires only a few simple details. About 1 cup of ripe papaya cubes roughly an hour before bedtime provides a balanced portion. Fresh fruit works best because the enzymes remain active, and allowing the papaya to reach room temperature helps preserve that activity. Cold temperatures can slow enzyme function, so taking the fruit out of the refrigerator 30 to 60 minutes beforehand allows the papain to remain fully active when digestion begins. One final detail adds an extra boost. A small squeeze of fresh lime over the papaya supplies additional vitamin C, which helps the body absorb vitamin A more efficiently. The result is a simple combination that supports the nutrients the eyes rely on for clarity and repair, and it also adds a bright, refreshing flavor to the fruit itself. All of these fruits can support the eyes in powerful ways, yet the way they are eaten matters just as much as the fruit itself. Without a few simple habits, many of those nutrients never reach the parts of the eye that need them most. That is why a few practical rules can make the difference between modest results and meaningful support for vision. The first rule focuses on calcium. When fruits rich in lutein and zeaxanthin are eaten alongside foods high in calcium, such as milk, yogurt, or fortified cereals, the body struggles to absorb those key compounds. Research suggests that the presence of large amounts of calcium during digestion can reduce the uptake of these protective nutrients by a noticeable margin. Giving the body some separation helps. Allowing about 90 minutes between dairy products and an evening fruit snack creates a clearer path for those nutrients to be absorbed. Once that timing is understood, the next step is to add a small amount of healthy fat. Many of the protective compounds in fruits are fat-soluble, which means they travel more easily through the body when fat is present. A few walnuts, a drizzle of flaxseed oil, or a couple of slices of avocado can help the digestive system carry these nutrients into the bloodstream. Studies have shown that even a small amount of healthy fat can significantly increase how well the body absorbs carotenoids that support eye tissue. After absorption comes preparation. Fruits may look tough on the outside, yet many of their protective compounds sit close to the surface. Scrubbing them aggressively under strong running water can strip away some of those nutrients. A gentle rinse under cool water preserves much more of what the fruit naturally carries. Washing them shortly before eating keeps their protective compounds intact. Preparation also connects to temperature. Several fruits on this list contain active enzymes that function best at room temperature. When fruit stays cold for too long, those enzymes slow down and lose part of their strength. Allowing fruit to sit out for half an hour to an hour before eating helps restore that activity, which means the body can access more of the nutrients once digestion begins. With temperature and preparation in place, the final rule brings everything together: timing. The body performs much of its repair work during deep sleep, including the delicate tissues of the eyes. Eating fruit roughly 60 to 90 minutes before bedtime places those nutrients in circulation just as the body begins its nightly restoration cycle. That window allows the compounds to reach the retina while the eyes are entering their most active period of repair. Taken together, these small details shape the bigger picture. Vision changes often come from several processes developing quietly over time: oxidative stress, reduced circulation, inflammation, and the slow accumulation of cellular damage. Nutrients from fruit cannot erase aging, yet they can support the systems that help the eyes maintain clarity. When the eyes receive what they need, everyday moments become easier again. Reading a page without leaning closer to the light, driving at night without the glare of headlights washing across the road, opening the eyes in the morning and seeing the room come into focus within minutes.